Hey, this video is going to cover how to replace a broken switch in the F150 shifter console, which leaves your gauges on overnight and drains your battery. This is just a reference for you. No warranties or guarantees implied by the video, but I hope it does help you fix the problem that I had. Another indication of this problem is that the parking indicator will not turn red when it is in park. You can see it changes for the other gears, but when you go up to park, it does not go red. The issue is a switch that's gone bad inside of the shifter console. I've read that Ford would like to charge you $600 for a new console and replace the entire setup. I opted instead to get this replacement switch kit from eBay, and I'll post the information on the video. And it's a very simple kit. It was about 40 bucks. So here I am. I'm gonna install this switch and I'll show you how it works. The first step is, after you disconnect the battery, you need to remove the center console, and I found it to be pretty straightforward. You put your hand right up underneath this gap right here and give it a lift, and everything kind of pops up. Maybe not so gracefully, but that's the way it works. Take out the cup holder, and then the dash console piece right here slides out as a single unit, and there you have access to the culprit, which is this switch right here with these 3 wires. Okay, the switch in question here is this one right up in here, and it's got the 3 wires, 2 red, red, blue, and a black that's back up here. Here's your 3. So I'm going to remove the switch and then replace it with a new one. Also, as I took the shifter apart, there was a piece here that was in the vicinity that had broken off, so hopefully that doesn't cause me any issues, but we'll find out. I did put it into neutral, so that's making it easier to access the switch. I recommend that you put it in neutral before you disconnect the battery. Alright, to remove the switch, I use some needle nose pliers. Just pop it out from the back like this to get it started. You grab onto it and it'll come out with a little bit of effort there. Here's the switch. Next step, you're going to cut these wires and splice in the new switch. So make sure you leave enough length on these so you can get the splice in. Alright, new switch is installed, and I've got the crimps made. Make sure on these crimps that you have the wire inserted all the way before you depress the button. I left this one a little bit short on the red side. You can see it there, but I'm going to test it, see if it works, and I'll redo it later if I have to. But you can see you don't have a lot of wire on the factory harness here to mess with, so I recommend cutting the factory switch out and leaving as much wire on there as you can. I would cut it shorter to the switch than I did here. Alright, it's time to test before we put it back together. One other comment: I did loosen up these black tabs so that this shifter bezel can come up a bit. It gave me a little bit more room in here to work, so that's one more step there. It's real simple. Just be careful when you pry it off that you don't break these black tabs. Alright, I've got the new switch installed now. Let's see if the park, it does. You can see there the park is now red. Reverse. Everything else is working fine. Go back up into park. It shows park. Alright, now that we've tested it and everything is working as we hoped, we want to make sure you tuck the wires back in so they won't get in the way of anything. Reassembly, this white tab is going to go in that slot right there for the cup holders. Press down, you got that. Next step is to put the rest of the console in. Get my light up out of the way. And this one slid in from the front. I'm probably going to have to put it back in neutral to get this to fit in there correctly. So I'm not going to be able to hold the camera and pop it in at the same time. Take my word for it. This is how it goes back in. Let's see if I can show you in a second. Yeah, putting the shifter in neutral is what helps to get that console back on. And you line everything back up, starting with the front. Just bring it in at an angle, get the front across the shifter, lay it back down on top, and then start lining up the tabs and pressing it back into place. and you're going to be just about set. There we go. It's a good idea to test it out, make sure everything is working smoothly. Everything's moving smooth. There you go. Now you don't have that problem anymore, and your dash lights will actually turn off. Thanks for watching.